Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that eToro is about to delist Cardano by the year 2022 for US users due to regulatory concern. This is what they're saying. Then we have IMF warns El Salvador against using Bitcoin as legal tender after Bitcoin City announcement. And we have the third news, which is all about the meme coins, because their market cap is now going down. They're not that hot anymore at the moment. So let's talk about these things. Let's start. And if you would like to get the daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, simply just subscribe to this channel, Blockchain Bloom, because I'm bringing them for you every weekday. Check out the links under this video because there are many useful ones. For instance, when you register to a centralized exchange, Binance, FTX, Coinbase, you find the big ones under this video, the links. You get a nice discount. And also check out the free course, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And let's have a look on the market. We see Bitcoin just under 57,000, which is about a 1.5% increase. Ethereum went up a bit more, about 5%, 4,305 US dollar. When we're looking at the top gainers, we see Bora going up 27%. The Sandbox keep going up 27% the last 24 hours, but we have 103% in 7 days. And then we have Zcash 26%. But look at these others. Very, very nice gains. And when we're looking at the losers, Aaron is the one which went up very nicely recently, going down 13%. Normal correction, same with Avalanche, now 8% down. And Shiba Inu as one of the main coins, it went down in 7 days, but also when we're looking at this, the 24-hour period, also going down 8%. Okay, let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. And well, in my opinion, we're still looking good. And the reason why I'm saying it is that if you're looking at the big picture, then I drew here this trend line. And in my opinion, as long as we above this trend line, we are looking good. This is a nice one, higher and higher lows, higher and higher highs. So when you look at the big picture, also what you can see here, we had here a rising wedge, which is usually a bearish pattern, and then we broke down. Then we had a falling wedge, which is then a bullish pattern. And yes, after we reached this trend line, we just pulled back and turned back and then went all the way up here. Now we see here also we had a rising wedge, bearish pattern, broke down to falling wedge, which hasn't been finished yet. And well, in this zone, this purple zone I have here, this is the one when we should actually turn back. This is between somewhere 52, 53 and 55. So around this zone is the one I'm looking at. If we break under it, then this is a different scenario. But as long as we hold in this zone or above it, we are looking good. As long as we above this trend line, I think we are looking good and we're still looking fine. This correction is just like what happened here. Here is another one, and then the story going to continue as long as this pattern plays out. Right. And now let's move on to the first news. The first news is all about an interesting, a surprising one, that eToro is about to delist Cardano from next year. Cardano is definitely a blue chip crypto, and it was a very big surprise, in my opinion, when eToro came out with the news that they are going to delist Cardano from next year for US users due to regulatory concerns. So this is what they're saying. In the statement released to customers on Tuesday, Israeli cryptocurrency exchange eToro announced it would delist Cardano, ADA, and actually also Tron for United States customers by the end of the year. After the 31st of December, US users will no longer able to open new positions in the token nor stake ADA and TRX. In addition, wallets will be effectively in withdraw-only mode until the first quarter of 2022, when selling will also become limited. In making the decision, eToro cited regulatory concerns surrounding both assets. The move came, as I said, a surprise to some, to ADA fans, as ADA has not been traditionally associated with regulatory troubles. We do know, XRP is one of them, which has the SEC lawsuit, and then we see how the things will turn out. And of course, because of this, we could see a price drop in Cardano. You can see it went down. It held itself very nicely around $1.80, around this, a little bit under it. But when this news came out, it went a bit more down. Now it's staying here because ADA, it's a great project in a way that many people like ADA, and it's definitely the cryptocurrency in the top 10, on the top 6th place. But actually, this was definitely a surprise from eToro that they said and came out with these news. Right. Okay. Next thing I would like to talk about is IMF warns El Salvador against using Bitcoin as legal tender. El Salvador is definitely a pioneer when it comes to Bitcoin because, since this September, they're using Bitcoin as a legal tender. And of course, it's not in favor for everybody. IMF is not too happy about it, and they're warning El Salvador against using Bitcoin as a legal tender after Bitcoin City announcement. We had this Bitcoin City announcement. The International Monetary Fund, so the IMF, has warned El Salvador against using Bitcoin as legal tender due to various risks associated with cryptocurrency. The warning came one day after Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele announced his plan to build a Bitcoin city powered by Volcano and financed by Bitcoin bonds. So, IMF says El Salvador shouldn't use Bitcoin as legal tender. Well, El Salvador has purchased so far 1,120 Bitcoins, so they accumulating it. And, this new thing about this Bitcoin city is also very interesting. So what El Salvador is doing, and this is true what also the IMF is saying, that it's a volatile asset, cryptocurrency as a legal tender, and people should be aware of it. But they do make steps and educate people in El Salvador. How well they do it, no idea, because obviously I'm not there. It's difficult to find out. The locals know this much better. But also, it's very important experiment what they're doing, because we can now see live how these things play out. And actually, these guys just brave enough to do it. So, well, this is interesting. And there are some, benefits from this kind of Bitcoin City thing. For instance, the president noted that there would not be any taxes in the Bitcoin City, except for value-added tax, so basically the VAT. I'm very curious how this whole thing's play out. They have just started it. There's another article on another website where they talk about how people use Bitcoin in El Salvador. And there are, interestingly, many shops, they actually don't even care about Bitcoin, or the elderly taxi drivers, they don't accept Bitcoin. They say so. They say that no, it's too volatile. The younger generation, the younger Uber drivers, they like it much more. Shops, phone shops and some, they say okay. They welcome Bitcoin. So it's not that obvious that everybody in El Salvador is saying Bitcoin. There are protests against Bitcoin. So it's not a simple thing to do. But what they have started, it's definitely interesting. And we're going to see month after month, year after year, how this whole thing plays out. And when it turns to be a success, then I'm pretty sure that other countries will take over the recipe. But yeah, we will see. But definitely pioneer stuff, what they're doing over there. Right, let's move on to the next topic. And the next topic is all about the meme coins, because, couple of, weeks ago or even a couple of months ago, meme coins were really, really hot, and then people made a fortune on them. But now it looks like that this kind of hype is chilling. So yes, the leaders, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, they were the main meme coins. This year, they went extremely well in many cases. And look, here we have that the meme coin market cap losses 3.5%. When you're looking at here, the meme coin market cap, well, right now it's 3.3. When the article was 3.5. We can see that many coins doing pretty well, while Bitcoin is doing like these sideways movements. On the other hand, meme coins are right now suffering. When you're looking at Dogecoin, it is almost 70% down from its all-time high, which was reached back in May, in the 6th of May. And since then, it's not finding its place again. Shiba Inu was the one which recently went up and reached on the 28th or 6th, what was it? 28th of October, its all-time high so far. But even since that, since October, in less than a month time, it's down 54%. So we can see that even the market, it's now dropping, but meme coins are dropping much heavier. And this article is just discussing the same thing. So why crypto asset market have shed billions during the last week? The top meme coins by market capitalization have seen deeper losses than the most coins. And the top two meme-based cryptocurrency, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, were once the top 10 contender in terms of market capitalization. However, today, after suffering some losses, both Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have dropped out of the top 10. And then, on some sides, I just jump back, and then Avalanche is now 11, and Dogecoin is back on the place 10. So whatever, but it's about to get out of the top 10, and we do know that both were in it. So this is how volatile these meme coins are. And this is very important, why we have to understand that when you invest in coins like this, there are no fundamentals behind it. And there is behind a big social hype, a trend, but it's nothing like, fundamentally strong project. And yes, there are developments in Shiba Inu, the Shiba Swap and other things they're developing, but they started as a meme coin. Well, it can happen that, time after time, they're making some progress and then they move on and they definitely becoming something serious. But so far, they are definitely meme coins. And the danger in investing them is this, that they can drop. And even when the market start to, behaving quite well, it doesn't mean that these coins will go with the market. So they drop much more right now than the majority of the top performers. Right. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, smash the like button and also subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to get the daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Also, don't forget that tomorrow I'm back with the freshest, like on every weekday. So see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.